This loaded chorizo queso dip is cheesy, spicy, and perfect for your next party.
Hi friends, welcome back to the Casual Foodist. I'm Brianna, and when it comes to game day appetizers, you can never go wrong with a big, gooey, melty bowl of queso dip. Always one of my favorites. But you know what? We are going to load it up with spicy chorizo and some jalapenos, and it's just going to take it to the next level. Let's get started. So for this queso dip, of course, we're going to need some cheese, and I've got two kinds here. We've got some shredded cheddar cheese, and then also some shredded Monterey Jack cheese, or feel free to use pepper jack if you want a little bit spicier. And as always, I recommend shredding your own cheese. It's going to be a little bit more economical, and also the flavor is going to be a little bit better. We're going to need 1 cup of whole milk, and then also half a cup of your favorite Mexican beer, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, spoon each of kosher salt and ground black pepper, or if you want a little bit more, you can certainly add that. To load this up, we're going to add in 1 diced onion, 1 diced Roma tomato, 2 to 3 jalapeno peppers diced. We're going to have about a half a cup of fresh cilantro. If you are not team cilantro, feel free to leave this out. And then to really amp up the flavor, we're going to use some Mexican chorizo, which is ground pork that is spiced with paprika, garlic, and cumin. All right, so we are going to start by prepping our vegetables. We're just going to smash and chop up this garlic. And really, you can never have too much garlic in anything. All right, we're just going to get this chopped up real quick and set it aside. And then we've got our Roma tomato. Quick chop and dice here. And I'm just going to do a pretty rough chop with this tomato. Leave it large and chunky. Now we're just going to give our jalapenos a nice little slice and dice. I am just going to give this cilantro a quick tear. And then a nice little rough chop. Of course, if you are one of those people that just can't do cilantro, feel free to leave this out. And then last, we are just going to chop up this onion. And whenever I'm chopping up an onion, I like to leave it for last in case the fumes tend to be a little bit aggressive. We've all been there. And we're just going to dice it by coming down through the top half here. This onion's a little slidey today, and then we're just going to do a little dice this way. And we are ready to go start building this queso. All right, so I've got my cast iron skillet over medium heat. I put in about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then I just went ahead and added my chorizo. I'm just gonna break this up here. All right, we are just going to cook this chorizo for about 6 to 8 minutes, or until it's nice and brown and crispy. It smells amazing right now. All right, now that our chorizo is all cooked, it smells fantastic, by the way, we are just going to remove it from the pan and put it on a plate lined with paper towel while we make the rest of this queso. All right, now I'm just going to add in my onions, jalapenos, and garlic into this pan. All right, we are just cooking these onions, jalapenos, and garlic for about 3 to 4 minutes, or until really it starts smelling like your favorite Mexican restaurant. Okay, next, we are just going to add in our all-purpose flour and stir that around. We're going to cook this for about a minute or 2. All right, now we are just going to add in about a half a cup of our beer. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of whole milk. All right, now we are just going to stir to make sure That flour gets fully mixed in with our liquid, so we don't want any clumps in our queso. All right, we are just going to cook this until the milk starts to thicken a little bit and coats the back of a spoon. I think we are good there. All right, now it's time to add our cheese. We're going to add in our 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Of course, it's queso, so we need to get everyone in there. And then 1 cup of Monterey Jack. And of course, if you want a little spicier, you can use your favorite pepper jack. All right, and we are just going to stir the cheese in until everything is melted and everything is nice and thick and creamy. Almost done. We're just going to add in our salt and pepper. Make sure to stir that all in. All right, now it's time for our tomato and cilantro. And then about half of our cooked chorizo, and then we're just going to stir that in. And top the rest of our queso dip. All right, we are just topping our queso dip with the rest of that chorizo. And then a sprinkle of fresh cilantro. So guys, this queso is all done. It is cheesy, spicy, loaded with all the best things. And the last thing we need to do is just dig in. Guys, this is so good. This is bound to be the first thing gone at your next party. Trust me.
You can find a link to the full recipe below or at casualfoodist.com. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Casual Foodist for more recipes like this.